Welcome to the video of its own kind, a video that I've never shot before, which is going to be preparing a dinner meal with me. This is going to be a very simple meal because you know that I have eczema. I am off spices, so today I am making pap, cabbage and chicken intestines. They call it malan, right? So there's nothing fancy in this video, there's nothing extraordinary. I'm simply going to cook a very simple meal with limited spices. Remember that I use only salt and Knorrox cubes as well as these other soups, and I had promised that I'll take a picture for you. Anyway, this is one of the things that I had to overcome and adapt. Remember that I talked about the eczema strategy, and there I mentioned the point of adapting and evolving. I feel like this is the biggest step of adaptation and evolvement that I had to make, making peace with the fact that I'm no longer going to be able to eat food that I've always liked or have always enjoyed, or maybe I will still continue eating them, but they would be very different, in a sense that a lot of seasoning, a lot of spicing will be limited. But hey, it works because my eczema has gone down, the symptoms have gone down, and I'm feeling much better. So I really don't mind this lifestyle at all. So I thought I should just take you in with me. But other than that, I want you to get to know me better. I want you to get to know me outside of eczema, because how you met me was through eczema. So I thought let me then answer certain questions as I take you guys along with me on this video so that you can see a final product. So my full name is Dineo Joyce Elizabeth Geu. The Elizabeth name is the name after my mom. My mom's middle name is also Elizabeth, so I feel grateful that they named me after her. And the Joyce name, as well as Dineo, was given it by my grandmother, who was close to my dad, and she was like a mom to him. So she then honored my dad by giving me that name, Dineo, which I'm told that it means grace. I don't know if you know this, but in the Bible, I think, but I know this in Sesotho. I don't know how to say it in English because I'm not a biblical person. Something like that. So I think it relates to grace. Yeah, that's about my name. Where are you from? So if you take a good look to my name that I use on the profile, I have two flags there, which is the Lesotho flag and the South African flag. This is because my mom is a Mosotho woman from Lesotho and my dad is a Mosotho man from Free State, Fixback, Mekhiling. I think it's zone 7 or 6. Really don't judge me. I've never been there a lot. My dad never liked it when we visited that place. He always thought it's going to corrupt us and all of that. But besides that, my parents live in Northwest full time because my dad works there. He started living there, I think, around 2008. I was still very young. So that is that about that. How is the relationship between my parents and I? It's amazing. I am very close to both of them. There is nothing that I wouldn't tell my mom that I wouldn't tell my dad, whether it's craziness, whether it's pain, whether it's any type of emotion. Trust me that my parents will know about it, and they understand me. So, leaving the point of parents, I am now going to take you to the other people in the family. So we are a family of 6 in total. I have 2 sisters in front of me, so we all girls, there's no boy. I have two sisters. Her name is Adele Kheo. She did accounting. The second one is Francina Kheo. She did nursing. Then myself, I did analytical chemistry at the Valley University of Technology. Then there is baby Palisa, who is turning 3 years old this year. I really don't know and understand why my parents felt it was okay to have a baby after me being last born for 23 years full. My baby sister was born on the 31st of my baby sister was born on the 9th of August 2023, and I was born on the 6th of September 2000. So this girl did not only want to dethrone me from my last born seat that I've occupied for 23 years old, but she also wanted to steal my date of birth. It was just God fighting for me there to say, child, relax. So, but I love her to bits. Baby Palis, I won't set her picture. I genuinely love her baby. I mean, I love everyone in my family, but I just feel like because she's a baby and it's my first time seeing a baby after me for 23 years, I have a great soft spot for her. So I did my first year at the Valley University of Technology in 2019. I finished in 2021. That would be my diploma. Then in 2022, I was supposed to do the in-service training, but I struggled so much, and I ended up giving up, and I took a gap year from university. And I looked for a job, which also I struggled, and I ended up working online, and I was working as a VA, which is the virtual assistant with this other American company. And that's how I owned my first bank card. I was very excited about it, but it didn't last for long, and the company was just too volatile, and you would work when the projects were there, but when the projects weren't there, you wouldn't work. It was a lot of stress, but we survived during that time. So then in 2023, I was still struggling with the in-service training, but I told myself that you're not going to take another year away from school, so just register with the school and do the project with them. And indeed I did that. So I completed my in-service training with the institution at the Science Park in Sebokeng, and and I submitted my report successfully. I think it was my P2, because I'm only trained for 6 months, so I think it's a year if it's a P1 and 6 months if it's P2. Correct me then if I'm not sure. Then in 2024, in April, I graduated for my diploma, right? And at this time when I was graduating, I was already doing my advanced diploma, and I graduated in 2025 in April as well. And I was so proud when I obtained my degree, because I was the first one. I am the first person to get degree in the family. My sister has a certificate in accounting, and my second one has a diploma in nursing. I was the first one to have a degree, and that really truly made me proud, more especially because my mom was working so hard when my dad lost his job, and my mom was working as a domestic worker just so she could take us to school, and that was just a moment for me, I had to pause right there. So yeah, I really am not coming from a rich family. I'm not coming from much, but this I know for a fact. I'm coming from a very peaceful, calm, loving, caring family that even when you're struggling, you don't feel it. I know that we always say that money brings happiness. Yes, look, money makes your life better. It improves the quality of your life. However, I really truly am grateful that still being this young, I have experienced and realized that money is not everything, that you can have the money and still not be happy, and you cannot have, sometimes you find that you don't have it but you're at peace. I learned this from my parents. When they have nothing, they are still so calm, they're still so kind, they shield us so much with so much love that we don't feel like we lack anything. I was raised with so much confidence. I was raised with so much self-belief that empilweni, you believe in yourself, that your degree, in fact, that your self-belief is way important than your self-belief is way more important than your degree, right? But other than that, I am a person who believes that dignity, integrity, and self-respect, as well as self-love, will never be out of fashion. I live my life being mindful of never losing my dignity, never losing my integrity, the self-love and the self-respect. So I can say those are my pillar of strengths. Other than that, I'm not somebody who gives up easily, and I'm not somebody who believes that they will never amount to anything in life. Regardless of how difficult life is, I always push, because I deep down genuinely believe that I am destined